I kicked, but my sciatica kicked in. You didn't come for comedy. You came for the heat. Oh, my God. I am so proud of you all coming out here tonight. And I'm thinking Battery Park City, the warmest part of Manhattan. Great place to go when it's 20 below. Don't you love it? It's 30, but with the wind chill factor, it's 40 below. I'm going to use that with my age now. I'm 50, but with my wind chill factor, I'm 30. So, actually, you know what? The comic that was supposed to be here couldn't make it, so I'm here. And I'm not a comic. I'm a runway model at LaGuardia. So, let me tell you how dangerous that is. I'd be a stripper, but the change would hurt. Hi, how are you? You're a fun crowd. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Yes, so he mentioned I was on Last Comic Standing. It's great. And now I'm on Where Are They Now? It's a fabulous career. You know, I'm so desperate to get back on TV, I'm shooting heroin to get on Intervention, so that's what happens. I'm going to be, it's crazy. Yeah, I was on Last Comic Stand, you know, a lot of us, America's Got Talent. The voting shows, people vote. People go, oh, Michele, you should have won. I go, maybe I would have, but my fans are so old, they couldn't make that many calls from a rotary phone. My number was connected to Life Alert, I would have been a winner. Clap on, clap off, I would have won. So all these crazy reality shows, unbelievable. I love Honey Boo Boo. Do you love it? I have no joke about it, I just love Honey Boo Boo. The Jersey Shore, now that's programming. Yeah, I just think Sandy was just Mother Nature's way of just trying to get rid of the cast of the Jersey Shore. Outrage, gotta get rid of it. Crazy. All these shows. You watch America's Got Talent, American Idol. You watch all that stuff? You do? None of you. The rest of you are staring at me going, thank God it's warm in here. I don't care what she's saying. It doesn't matter. We're indoors. But you know what? I'm older, so I'm used to rejection. You know, I'm a Jew, too, so, you know, we came right out of the... But American Idol, but they... You know, those kids, and they vote them off. They're so cruel, right? They bring them up on stage. They go, America voted. They don't like you. You lose. Now sing for us. Last year on America's Got Talent, there was a 10-year-old opera singer. Did anybody see her? 10 years old. 10. She sang with her idol. Then they go up to her. How'd you feel singing with your idol? She goes, I waited my whole life. You're 10, you little bastard. I think they should do, like they have the Amazing Race. I think they should do it this year. They should mix it up. They should use all the old Jews from Miami. What's the hurry? Where we going? Who wants to race? We walked 40 years. That's enough. My Amazing Race is getting to the toilet without tinkling down my leg. I tell people they only have 40 years. Do you know any Jew that would walk 40 years now? And if anything, I think we walked one, we probably said goodbye for 39. I'm going to Florida tomorrow. A couple of Jews there. Yeah, that's where we go. If it wasn't for New York, there wouldn't be a Florida, I'm convinced. Everybody goes, I'm a New Yorker. Really? Where do you live? Boca. I used to live in... It's gotten so Jewish, I rented a car. It came with a Jewish GPS. I'm not kidding. I put the GPS in. It goes, did you eat? Then it says to me, how come you're not married? I need this. I leave the car. The GPS goes, go ahead. I'll be fine by myself in the dark. Have a good time. I remember years ago, my father lived there. He took me to a restaurant called the Happy Bagel. There was a restaurant called the Happy Bagel. 1 million Jews walking around complaining. I'm like, the only thing happy in here is the bagel. So crazy. I realized being in Florida, I've been going down there a lot. I'm doing a lot of those, you know, condos and stuff. My audience is great. They die while I'm on stage. That's how... I did Century Village. I saw an ambulance. I went, whose ride? This is why my career is the way it is. I need a young fan. Anybody young in here? Okay, let's move on. It's so funny. I realize there's certain things you don't hear Jews say, though. You never hear Jews walk into a restaurant and go, "We'll sit anywhere." You'll never hear them say, "We'll have it exactly the way it's prepared." You'll never hear a Jewish mother boast, "My son got his GED." You'll never hear that. You'll never hear a Jew say, "It's in the back of my pickup truck." And you'll definitely never hear a Jew say, "I've never been happier." So funny. It's funny because I do all kinds of, not a lot of non-Jews. But you know what? The Jews are funny people. They always tell me, Jews are funny. I think, yeah, it's all that angst. Makes us all that neurotic, we're anxiety-ridden. It makes us funny. We'd either be serial killers, but do you know any Jewish serial killers? We're better. And I'll tell you, it's like, I tell people, right out of the womb, I was already upset. I came out, I went, "Look how schmutzy I am, put me back." The doctor hit me, I went, "I know it's my fault." I check my stove 15 times before I leave the house. I haven't cooked in 10 years. I think a wind blew it on, you know what I'm saying? So funny. I don't celebrate the holidays as much, like I come from like Dave said, my half very Jewish, some not so Jewish, some of us are even, I don't know what we are, Catholic, I don't know what we are, no. But my uncle's kosher and all of this, and I'm thinking, how could you be kosher in Manhattan? My apartments, I can't even pace, I can only pivot. How could I put different dishes? I'm lucky I have one soup bowl. Dairy dishes, meat dishes. I'm trying to make a set of 4 glasses, I'd be happy. My uncle, we went to his Seder. He has that long, long version. The one where you sit there for hours starving. You know that one? Where they pass around the bitter herbs and you go, "I need seconds." Have you been to that one? And then when my uncle says the questions, I love my favorite. "Why is this day different than all others?" "Because I would have eaten by now, that's why." "Feed me, I'm starving." Then he leaves out the glass of wine for Elijah, the Messiah. I'm like, he's not coming. He's eating at a Chinese restaurant. He's not going to starve like the rest of us. And I love the wine we leave out. Manischewitz. Even alcoholics go, "No thanks." I just always wondered, in the history books, Passover, we put the lamb's blood on the door. How'd that turn into brisket of beef? Anybody know how? So yeah, I'll be going to Florida tomorrow. It's so funny. I've been doing a lot of cruises. Yeah, you do cruises at all? Oh yeah, they're great. They feed you all day. But I'm Jewish and I bring snacks. You know what I'm saying? We bring snacks anywhere because there's an hour you don't eat. Between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m., you could drop dead. I steal rolls from the buffet table and bring them back to my cabin. Between that and the sweet and low, you can't even open my door. But sweet and low, what is it about stealing that stuff? I don't know what. I don't steal anything else, but sweet and low's got to go. It's got to get off the table and in my purse. But now I'm getting greedy. I go to a diner. I take all the sweet and low. I call the waiter over. "Do you have coffee filters?" But I've been doing a lot of these cruises, though. Oh, my God. Really. And pretty much they're pretty, calm. And I know some people are afraid of cruising. But I got to tell you, I was on a ship recently. It was rocking so much, I saw Shelley Winters swim by. You know what I'm saying? That was, and they asked me, they hired me to do, they asked me to perform an all-nudist cruise. All-nudist cruise. I'm going to ask you people, look around at each other. Picture everybody naked. Go ahead, I'll give you a minute. I'm like, who could eat? What do they wear to formal night? Nice earrings? Excuse me, sir, that's not a stirrer. Get it out of my soup, okay? Tell you, it's been fun. I've been flying around a lot, you know what I mean? And flying now, my goodness. How about, I mean, really, every week I'm on a plane, which is so much joy now. Because now they charge for everything. You know, they nickel and dime you to death. Like now, luggage. When did that start? We were bringing luggage our whole lives. Now all of a sudden you're going to charge. There's a place for it on the plane. I'm like, you know what? I am not getting ripped off. So you know what I do? I wear all my clothes to the plane. Like, what's going to be next? You're going to show up. I'm sorry, I only allowed 1 foot. You want that other foot? $25. So great. Last year, a pilot had a heart attack. Now, when you fly a lot, you listen to these stories. A pilot had a heart attack while flying a plane. A heart attack. Now, that's not encouraging. Because as a passenger, the last thing I want to hear coming from a cockpit, I don't want to hear, clear. Clear. And I love this whole thing about having to shut down your electronics before you land. I mean, what is that, right? You got to power everything off. What is that about? All of a sudden, there'll be a crash. What happened? Some woman was reading 50 Shades of Grey on a Kindle. Took the plane right down. Just 2 weeks ago, another pilot was drunk. Did you read that story? Pulled him off the plane because he was drunk. I'm waiting for this. I'm going to be going to Fort Lauderdale. I'll be sitting down here. This is your captain. We'll be going somewhere. In the meantime, if you look out the window to the left, you could see me urinate. I know, ever since 9/11, it's been crazy. I got pulled over 3 times recently, like I was a terrorist. 3 times out of the line. I go, look at this young girl. I go, really? There are a lot of planes being hijacked by 5 or 2 Jewish women. Are we taking them down? I said, so what if I hijack the plane? Where do you think we're going? Boca. Then she pulls me over. She looks in my purse. And I have no idea what's in my purse. Ladies, do you have any idea what's in your purse? Jimmy Hoffa's actually in my purse. She's looking, I'm sweating, but then she found something I've been looking for months. I'm like, is that where it is? I'm like, could you come to my house? There's a sweater I can't find. Then she goes to the bottom of my bag and pulls out a nail clipper. She goes, I can't let you on with this nail clipper. I go, yep, there's a weapon of mass destruction. I'm going to get right on the plane. Let me in the cockpit. Let me in. Don't get too close. I'll give you a manicure. Let me in. We are going to Boca right now. Let's go. But, you know, it's safe now because, you know, supposedly, because we did. You know, that movie, did you see it? We found Osama bin Laden. You know what's amazing? It took us 11 years to find him. And where was he? Home. In 11 years, no one thought to knock? He's sitting there watching Honey Boo Boo on his little TV there. So crazy, yeah. Remember when we had the anthrax scare after that, right? Remember those days where they're mailing white powder? And you had to be careful with your mail? The best is where I live in the city, my local police department mailed me a warning to be careful with the mail. Does that make sense with anybody? I open the mailbox, it says, be careful. Do not lick or sniff your mail. I'm like, thank God they told me. Because I get a letter, I go, who sent this? I don't put my key in the box, my tongue goes right in. Just checking my watch because you have 72 other comics that came out in the cold. For all of you. Oh my God, I need some nice warm coffee. You guys have coffee? You know what's so funny? I'm a little older. I don't need to hear any response to that. But, you know, as old now, you know, in the old days, in the 70s, I did drugs. Now I snort coffee. Is that happening to anybody else? And so funny, these Starbucks. I mean, I think you guys, you probably, for your price to get in, you could have only gotten 2 lattes here. That's the... When did coffee become $82 a cup? I mean, what's happened there? Starbucks. Everybody hates Starbucks, right? Do you guys hate? So bitter. I mean, so bitter, so bitter. But everybody's online. I'm like, is there crack in that coffee? You ever see people online at a Starbucks? They're like this. Give me a latte. I'm at a Starbucks by my house. There's a white couple in front of me that adopted a Chinese baby. And the woman says to me, I don't think we're going to tell her she's adopted. Well, you better tell her how she turned Chinese. Then she goes and orders decaf espresso. That's an oxymoron, people. That's like going into a drugstore. Can I have some of those non-drowsy sleeping pills, please? Yeah, I hate when they make me tired. I'd like that with the KY powder. You have it? How about those fishnet condoms? They're effective. You got those? How about those time-released antidepressants? You got those? Time-released antidepressants. They came out with those. Time-release. What kind of roller coaster ride is that, my friends? Time-release. So now you're walking around going, I'm going to kill myself. No, I'm not. So unhappy. Not anymore. I saw an ad about depression that said, don't let depression get you down. It's like years ago there was an ad in the subway. I don't know if you remember this. Years ago there was an ad that said, Mary's being treated for cocaine abuse and no one in her office knows. And there was a picture of Mary. You remember that? I hope the people in her office are carpooling. There's an anonymous program for you. All righty then. All righty then. So tomorrow I'll be in my cabin, hotels. You like hotels, cabins? You know what's so funny, though? When I go to a hotel or a cabin, my first thing I do is go to the bathroom and check the towels. Do you do that when you travel? When you're away, you're like, honey, do we have enough towels? Are there enough towels? Meanwhile, I'm at home. I use the same towel for a month. Anybody else? I'm in a hotel. I need 9 more towels. I'll be here for 2 days. Bring me 9. I didn't know that Celebrity Cruises treated me so well. So when I first went in the cabin, you know, my first night, I was a little tired. Maybe I had a few drinks. I went to bed. I didn't see they put a mint in my bed. Oh my God, I woke up. I thought I shit in the bed. Ever happened to you? I'm like, oh my God, how did I poop on the pillow? Why does my poop smell so delish? What the hell is in that buffet? But you know what? Here's the sad thing about aging, is that didn't shock me that much. That's what's so crazy about aging. You don't see yourself age, you're disco dancing, then you poop in the bed. It's a crazy thing. Right? Does anybody, you don't know where it went. I could tell I'm getting old because now I'm starting to say things I can't believe. Like I'm with my friends. We went to a restaurant. Out of nowhere, I turned to them. I go, do you feel a draft? Is it nippy in here? Give me my shawl. I'm chilly. I'm afraid I'm going to wake up tomorrow and go, I want a prune. I'll be in bed having an orgasm and go, bingo! And the music. I walk around like, what's that music? How could you listen to that, right? You do that now? Remember, how can you listen? But rap music. You guys like it? You look like you're into rap music. You look like you're big rap fans. I can't take it. I can't take it. There's a rapper, 50 Cent, worth 50 million. Please, call him 50 million. All these rappers make bazillions of dollars, and every rap lyric is, I want to be with you. I want to get with you. I want to talk with you. I'm like, you're making enough money, buy an H. How much could a be? I'm going to be a Jewish rapper. I'm going to be MC Matzah. Queen Latka. Instead of Eminem, I'll be Enema. I want to be with you. Oi. Well, you guys have been an audience. A wild, out of control crowd, I might say. So I'm going to move this along because, like I said, you have 72 more comics. So by the time you get out, you won't need your scarf. It'll be spring. Anyway, I'm Michele Balan. You guys have been fun. Thank you.
Michele Balan, there she goes. The illegitimate daughter of George Burns and Selma Diamond, Michele Balan. I live up in Croton-on-Hudson, New York, in the Westchester there, so I spend a lot of time stuck in traffic on the Sawmill Parkway, where you get a lot of reading done. I read the bumper stickers on people's cars. People put all kinds of their personal feelings and beliefs on bumper stickers. I don't understand why we do this. I swear, I'm a vegetarian. Meat makes me sick. Why would you put that on your car? Meat makes me sick. I'm going to get a bumper sticker on my car that says, wheat gives me a rash. What do you think of that, vegetarians? I'm going to get a bumper sticker on my car that says, I have a violent allergic reaction to certain citrus fruits. What do you think of that, vegetarian? I'm going to get a bumper sticker on my car that says, if I so much as get in the same room with a plum, I develop a urinary tract infection. What do we think of that, vegetarians? Here's one I've never understood. How's my driving? Call this number. Like I got nothing better to do with my time. And how insecure is this driver? He needs me to call him up and reassure him. Hello, how's my driving? Your driving's fine. Now get out of the way. I'm trying to pass you. What's he going to have next? A bumper sticker that says, does this truck make me look fat? Call this number. I feel bloated today. People put information about their families on bumper stickers. Why do we do this? My son's an honor student at Midvale High. I don't care. Do I bore you with information about my family on the back of my car? Do I have a bumper sticker on the back of my car that says, my cousin Bob in Hoboken has hepatitis? No. I don't do that to you. Are you ready for another great comedian? I think you might be. Okay. Maybe you're not. I don't know. You're in for a real treat. I tell you, we got so many great headliners tonight. This guy, this is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only comedian in the business who can honestly say he has been a guest on The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, and on The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Whoever they get to host that show, they have to have the great Max Alexander.
It sounded like traffic, didn't it? I'm exhausted. So, my girlfriend likes to do it doggy style. I make love to her, then I throw a frisbee. Shame on you. A few weeks back, I'm reading in the newspaper about this thing called penile enlargement. And I say to myself, do we really need larger prisons? And I continue to read, and I'm way off. There seems to be an operation where a man could have his thing enlarged. How shallow, how low in self-esteem. So I get the brochure in the mail. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm reading it, and I'm going, yeah, sure, why not? So I get it done. I know where you're looking. And the answer is, it's huge. Huge. Now, you think that would be a good thing, correct? No. Of course, now my balls look real small. So I had those enlarged, and then my toes looked real funny. One operation led to another, and now I'm fat with a small penis again. Doctor says it's an optical illusion. I said, I got a receipt. So I was asked to come to the show, and I said, sure. And I live up in the 50s. I live on the 33rd floor. Elevator stops on 30. Two elderly men get on. One says to the other, do you know what a Freudian slip is? And he goes, yes, a Freudian slip. That's where you say something that you didn't want to say, but you wanted to say something nicer, but it came out the wrong way, and people get insulted, and you can't take it back. He goes, I know what you mean. Last night, when I was having dinner with my wife, instead of saying, honey, please pass the butter, I said, you ruined my life, you bag of shit, you. That just came out of your mouth? Why are you listening to us? I'm in an elevator. Where am I going? The den? My doctor tells me I have adult ADD. Did I catch it? Did you get it from a little kid? I didn't believe him. So I bought a book on it. 794 pages on attention deficit disorder. I haven't started reading the book yet. I try to, but the cover is just so shiny. I hope you all have your health. Health is what you really need. We know that, I think, as you get older. It's true. Last 5 years of my life have been pretty crazy. About 5 years ago, my brother gave me a kidney. Well, so hard to shop for. He got it on Groupon. It was a hell of a deal. No, he gave me a kidney. My brother gave me a kidney, which is terrific. I consider him a hero. And I looked it up in the dictionary, and it said hero. A long roll. Had a stroke 6 months after that. So I limp. I was completely paralyzed, couldn't talk, blinded in one eye, so I'm left with a limp. You probably saw it on the way out. And you know what? Big deal. I'm here telling jokes. I was paralyzed in a bed, blind. And now, 4 years later, I'm telling jokes. So I have a limp. You gotta be, I go to the doctor visit six times a month. He would love it. Twice a year, every 6 months. I hate going for my physical because you have to get naked. I hate getting naked in front of my doctor. He's not thrilled with it either. He's It's not a day in a park for him, if you know what I mean. It's like a religious experience. I get naked, he looks at me, says the same thing. Jesus Christ. What the, nurse, take a look at this. She comes in, what do you want? Oh my God. Thank you, we needed a second opinion. You don't have to be naked when you go to the doctor. You can wear that lovely paper gown they give you. You know, the gown with your tush sticking out of the back? Sit on the table with the wax paper. Feel like a corned beef sandwich ready to go. I'll have coleslaw with that, thank you. You ever sit on that table and think, what happens if that paper gets stuck in your butt cheeks and you don't know about it, and you walk off the table to go to another room, and the paper just follows you? You're walking down the hallway, oh look, I'm getting a fax. I just farted, I think I have call waiting, I'm not sure. And that gown is small on most of you people. On me, it looks like a bib. I'm walking around, are we having lobster? Cool. What's the little cup for, the butter? I hate that little cup. The nurse was standing behind me. She scared the hell out of me. I didn't know she was there. She said, pee in the glass. I said, shit in your hat. You don't sneak up on people like that. And there's a new way to give a sample. I don't know when the last time you went to give your sample. Midway. How do you know when you're in the middle of peeing? Does a commercial come on? Is there a halftime show? You ever try to stop peeing? You could hurt yourself. You could get an ear infection and blow your left eyeball out. You ever start to pee at home and the phone rings? Oh man, you got a decision to make now. Do I stop peeing or do I pee faster? Be careful, I peed fast once. Shit my pants. Never saw it coming. And it was the wrong number. No, my name's not Florence. Oh my God, lady, I just shit my pants, I gotta go. My doctor tells me I'm fat. This is what I went to a doctor for. He told me, I was shocked. He's the best. He's the best, huh? No, you gotta go to this doctor. He saw it like that. Brilliant, brilliant. I'm a seer. Yeah, I know I'm fat, got a big belly. Have it all here. Can't see my thing. He says diet. I said, I don't care what color it is. I tried all the diets. And this is something you'll never hear a fat person say. But if you've been on it, you know. Every diet works. You do lose the weight. You just can't live on this stuff for the rest of your life. I went on Weight Watchers. They say I can have 3 ounces of tuna fish for lunch. Oh, 3 ounces of tuna fish. Where the hell am I going to put it all? I still have a raisin for dessert to knock off. Have you ever seen 3 ounces of tuna fish? I belched 3 ounces of tuna fish. I have 3 ounces of tuna fish on this shirt. I can't find it. I went on the Xanax diet. Have you tried that one? Xanax. Ooh. Every morning for breakfast, you take 4 1-milligram Xanax. The rest of the day, the food keeps falling out of your mouth. And you don't give a crap. Funny. Look, oatmeal. I went on the grapefruit diet. Remember that one? Eat anything you want. Just when you finish, have a half a grapefruit. After 1 week, I had 127 grapefruits. Every time I go to the bathroom, I squirt myself in the eye. That's a great laugh. I went on the Richard Simmons diet. Remember his diet? The deal a meal. You get a wallet. In the wallet's a deck of cards. Each card's a food. When you eat that food, you move the card from the left side to the right side. When everything's on the right side, you're done for the day. I was done 8 in the morning. I bought another deck of cards. I'm hungry, hit me. Ooh, grapefruit. See, fat people lie, we lie. Men lie, oh, I'm not fat, I'm big boned. I have no idea if I have bones underneath this. I could be Gumby, I have no idea. And you ladies have the best one, you really do. I'm retaining a little water. Yeah, so's the Hoover Dam. I eat too much. That's my problem, I eat the wrong things. My favorite food? Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh. That's why you get 2 in a pack. The first one you don't even taste, like, whoa, where'd it go? Where'd the wrapper go? Worst food in the world? Rice cakes. It's like a styrofoam cookie. What I like to do is sit in my bathtub and fill it up with water up to my neck. About a cup and a half. It's a physics joke. I know it's late. And I float the rice cakes around me like lily pads. And then I put peanut butter cups on them. I wiggle my toes like this, and they come to me. And I'm like a frog. Blah, blah. Doing a lot of traveling. I actually just got back from the Holy Land. Brooklyn? No. That was too easy. No, I really just came back from Israel. I stayed in Jerusalem. I got a great deal. The hotel was in East Jerusalem. Yeah. In the brochure, I should have figured it out. It said a 15-minute walk to safety. I didn't see that. I went to the Dead Sea. Didn't go into it. Have to cut back on my sodium. I went to either that or a low-sodium beach. I don't know which joke was going to be better. I went to a shul there. You can tell I went to yeshiva. Said shul. Didn't say synagogue or temple. I went to shul. They were quite old. They had a large print Torah. It was 500 pounds. Took 8 people to do Hagba. I'm just testing your religion. Yeah. See, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, I did. So we actually switched to the Leonardo. Used to be the Sheraton Plaza, Jerusalem. And it was nice. See, you can't, in any hotel in the world, you can't sleep late. You can't sleep late because the maids don't let you sleep late. That sign on the door that says "Do not disturb." They don't make the beds. They don't go home. They'll make the bed with you in it. I got up 2:30 in the morning to go to the bathroom. I came back. My bed was made. It's like a ninja maid. And can't they give us a bigger bar of soap? What's with the bar of soap? It's like a pat of butter. I keep losing it on me. I'm shouting, this is pretty good. Where the hell did the bar go? Ooh, look at this. Now, I walk into the hotel, and I have a limp. I have a limp now. Again, I'm very happy that I have a limp, because that means I'm walking. So I walk in there, and they go, would you like a handicap room? And I go, unless the room is uneven, it's really not going to work for me. They go, take it. You're really going to like it. I go, okay. There's handles everywhere. Bathroom by the bed. There's one by the TV. I got so paranoid. As I was changing the channel, I held on to the handle like, whoa, that was HD. I could have broken my hip. And I noticed something. Every hotel room in the world has one thing. They have to have a security peephole to see who is on the other side of the door. In a handicap room, where's the peephole? Who knows? Right, it's low. Why is that? Wheelchair. You see, that's good only if the person knocking on the door is also in a wheelchair. You guys have been terrific. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Max Alexander, ain't it great? Hey, that's something. Ladies and gentlemen, this next comedian is known all over the country and all over the world as your next comedian. Please welcome to the stage the one, the only, the lovable Melvin George.
Good evening. Please, a round of applause for Dave Konig, your host, your MC, Michele Balan, Max Alexander. My name is Melvin George II. It's a blessing and an honor to be in front of you this evening. I'd like to take a moment and thank Harry Belafonte for opening the door for me to be here. When I came here, I asked, why am I here? And they told me about Harry Belafonte's contribution, and before that, I didn't even know who he was. Melvin George II is my name. Originally, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I live in New York now. Probably can't tell to look at me, but I'm not cool. I am not cool. Normally, I perform in a three-piece pinstripe suit. But I went to get my suit out of the cleaners, and they were closed, and this was all I could get out before the alarms went off. You're looking at me saying, gee, Mel, you look cool. Why do you say you're not cool when you look so cool? Well, I am not cool, and I can prove it. I have a website, notcool1.com. That's number one, not the word one, notcool1.com. This is how uncool I am. I wasn't always not cool one. Used to just be not cool. But when AOL first came out, I forgot my password. I couldn't get into not cool. So I had to be not cool one. 10 years later, I remember what my password was. My password was Alan Ludden. Alan Ludden was a host of a game show called Password. I thought if I made that my password, I'd never forget it. I forgot it the moment I made it, which is why I am the not cool one today. I am not cool. I live in a penthouse apartment that's located on the street level. The rest of the building's underground. I am not cool. I don't think red, white, and blue are the colors of freedom when they're flashing in your rearview mirror. I am not cool. I think it's a hate crime to put a gay person in a straitjacket. I am not cool. I keep having nightmares about winning the Powerball lottery. $550 million. I hit all 6 numbers. So did 550,000 other people. Everybody got a lump sum payout of $10, except for me. I asked for my payments to be spread out over time. 5 cents a year for 20 years. I am not cool. I thought it would be real cool if I became the host of the show after Bob Barker retired. They didn't hire me, they hired Drew Carey because they didn't want to have to change the name of the show to The Price is Right. See, anybody not laughing at that doesn't have one black friend. I want you to know that right now. I am not cool. I don't do jokes about male genitalia, because that whole circumcision thing. But I do want to share this with you. I was in an earthquake. You ever been in an earthquake? I was in an earthquake. I was in upstate New York doing a private party at the Glen Ridge Golf and Country Club. I was wearing my 3-piece pinstripe suit because the cleaners was open. I'm in the men's room, and I'm the only black man in the men's room. 5 or 6 guys are in the men's room. I'm the only black man. I'm standing in front of the urinal. I unzip my pants, put my hand in, take it out, earthquake. I look around to see why the ground's shaking. Everybody's staring at me, like it's my fault. Put that away, Mr. Black Man, what are you doing? Sorry, I'll be done in a minute. Did you ever go to say something and spit gets caught in your throat? And what you want to say does not come out? What you would never say in your life, that comes out? Just me, huh? Great. I drive a big car. I park my big car in a small space. I had this much space to open my door. The guy next to me, he drove a big car. He parked his big car in a small space with this much space to open his door. We get out, we look at the parking job. He turns to me and goes, "We park big cars very well, don't we?" What I meant to say was, we park big cars very well because in kindergarten, we colored between the lines. But the spit got caught in my throat. And I ended up saying, "We colored." I am not cool, but you want to know what is cool? America. America is the coolest country on the planet because 4 years ago, and for 4 years more, America has put a black man in the White House. Okay, guess some of y'all didn't mean to do it. You know, when I look at what Barack Obama has accomplished, when I look at him, the first thing that comes to my mind is, that could have been me. That could have been me. When I was 18 years old, my high school guidance counselor came to me and said, "Melvin, where do you see yourself 40 years from now?" And I said, "Mr. Gilardi, 40 years from now, I see myself as the first black president of the United States of America." And he said, "Melvin, you need more realistic goals." Isn't that something? With a little encouragement, I could have been the first black president of the United States of America elected for 2 terms. Barack Obama could have been here at the Museum of Jewish Heritage. And I want to thank each and every person that voted. Thank you for voting. Thank you for exercising your voice. Your vote is your voice. If you don't vote, you have no voice. I voted, that's why I can stand here and express to you what I do not like about Mr. Barack Obama. Because of him, I got to pay back my student loan. The conversation went like this. Hello? Yes, this is Melvin George. Department of Education? How'd you find me? How come you can find me and you can't find Osama bin Laden? Well, when you find Osama bin Laden, I'll pay back my student loan. That call came in on Friday. Sunday, Barack Obama made this statement. On Monday, I was like, hello, Department of Education. I want to make some payment plans. Having a black president means different things for different people. And everybody's opinion is important. That's the great thing about America. Everybody's opinion matters. To me, having a black president means there's nothing left for us to infiltrate. The presidency is the top of the line. Started off with Jack Johnson, the first black heavyweight. Jackie Robinson, the first black major leaguer. Tiger Woods, the first black master of golf. Barack Obama, first black president. What's next? The Pope. Pope John Paul Johnson. Grickle-a, 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 y'all. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to be cool. But I'm not trying too hard to be cool because I know being cool is based on where you are at that time in your life. I mean, at 4 years old, being cool is not peeing in your pants. At 12 years old, being cool is having friends. 16 years old, being cool is having a driver's license. 20 years old, being cool is having sex. 35 years old, being cool is having money. 55 years old, being cool is having sex. 65 years old, being cool is having a driver's license. 75 years old, being cool is having friends. And 85 years old, being cool is not peeing in your pants. I want everybody to have a good time tonight because no matter what you might be going through, there's always somebody somewhere going through something much worse. I was married for 6 years to someone I should have left hanging off a ledge. I'm not bitter, but could you live with someone who never cleaned up unless company was coming over? Could you live with someone who would use a power drill as a cooking utensil? Could you live with someone who'd rather wrap their lips around a faucet than get a glass? Well, neither could she. But that marriage taught me a lot. That marriage taught me don't expect the person you love to make you happy, because no one's responsible for anyone's happiness in this world today. You want to be happy with somebody, make yourself happy, and share that with somebody you love for the rest of your life. I learned that right after my divorce. And then I learned, what is there to be jealous over, Mel? Mel, don't be jealous. And guys, I'm going to pass this on to you. Don't be jealous. Women love you for who you are. This guy called my house to talk to my wife, and she wasn't home. I found myself challenging the guy over the phone to see whose voice was deeper. Don't let this happen to you. Hello? Hello, is Cheryl there? No, I'm sorry, Cheryl's not here. May I take a message? Well, would you just tell her sick call, please? Okay, sweetheart. Tell her that you call. Anything else? No, just tell her that I called, all right? Oh. Please enjoy your lives. 250 laughs a day can cure whatever ails you. The problem we have is hitting that 250th laugh. Usually by the time we hit 249, we're sleeping. Here's how you hit 250. Start your day off with laughter. Let laughter begin from the moment you wake up. Try this. When you get up in the morning, instead of turning to that person that you love and getting that good morning kiss, look at them and laugh. And let me share this with you. If you cannot get to the Museum of Jewish Heritage to have a good time, I'm here to let you know you can have fun in the privacy of your friends' homes. You want to have a good time next time you go over a friend's house, ask to use the bathroom and take a bath. They won't know what's going on until you ask for a towel. We have to be healthy, guys. We have to stay in shape. I tried to work out once, didn't work out. I joined one of those aerobics classes, aerobics. It's a lot of jumping, tugging, pulling, twisting, turning. By the time I got my leotard on, class was over. Please, guys, please remember to laugh. Laugh throughout life. Because no matter what you're going through, there's somebody somewhere going through something much worse. After 44 years of marriage, my mother and father are getting a divorce. And the problem I'm having is, I don't know who I'm going to live with. It's always somebody somewhere going through something much worse. Like the guy that walked into a bar and ordered 5 martinis, 5 Tom Collins, 5 whiskey sours, and drank them all in 15 seconds. And the bartender said, "Wow, mister, I never saw anybody drink that fast before." And the guy goes, "You drink fast too if you had what I had." The bartender says, "I'm sorry, mister, what do you have?" And the guy goes, $1. There's always somebody somewhere going through something much worse. Like the lady that walked into the pharmacy and said, "Excuse me, I'd like to buy some cyanide so I can kill my husband." And the pharmacist says, "Ma'am, I can't sell any cyanide. That's against the law. We both will go to jail." She goes, "You do not understand. My husband cheated on me, and I want him dead, so please sell me some cyanide." "Ma'am, I cannot sell you any cyanide. Would you please move away from the counter?" The lady reached out her pocketbook and pulled out a picture of her husband in bed with the pharmacist's wife. And the pharmacist said, "Oh, I didn't know you had a prescription." You've been wonderful. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm Melvin George II. God bless, God bless, God bless.